And welcome to Elevated Radio. My name is Rick Delgado. I'm your host and welcoming to the show out of Wesley Chapel, Florida. I have no idea where that is, and I've lived in Florida twice. I'll ask her as soon as I get a chance. You can hear her giggling in the background there. Her name is Sisley Auer. She is the owner at Childbirth Options LLC out of Wesley Chapel, Florida. Reach out to her either by phone or through the website. If you jump online, it's cbowc.com. That's cbowc.com, or give her a call in the office at 813-381-6430. Sisley, welcome to the show, and how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, and let me just get this out of the way. Where the heck is Wesley Chapel?
It's north of Tampa. We're literally like a borderline away from Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay. So you're not that far from a major area.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. All right. Now that we got now that I know where the heck I am on the map, Sisley, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and the work that you do.
Well, my name is Sisley. I am ex-military. I also am 36 years old. I am a licensed midwife in the state of Florida since 2010.
Uh-huh.
I got into midwifery because I had a bad experience with my son in my delivery, and I wanted to make a difference.
All right. And now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been if you count schooling and everything, 14 to 15 years.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you've been at this for quite a while. So now, talk to us about the business. What exactly is the basis of your business? What do you guys do?
Okay, so my business started in 2005 when I was actually a student. We started with just doing childbirth education and supporting women in their pregnancies.
Uh-huh.
And then, obviously, as I went further in my education and got licensed, now we actually do home births and birth center births, and also prenatal care for women that are not low risk enough to have births at home or at birth centers to do their care so they can have a hospital birth.
Right. So basically, the business of Childbirth Options is midwives.
Correct.
You have midwives available. I guess you've got a couple different offices too, right?
Correct. I have one in Miami. I have one here in Wesley Chapel, and we're building a new one in the middle area of Florida. I can't say just yet because we're still in the process of permits and stuff.
Gotcha.
So
right.
So it's not like a go. I can't really announce that yet.
Gotcha. Well, so take us through the process, Sisley. When somebody contacts you, what exactly? How does this whole thing work? Because I've never given birth. I've never seen it live. I've not been involved. I've never gotten anyone pregnant. What's the whole process like?
Well, usually people find me either after they've had a bad experience with a doctor, or they actually want to have a natural childbirth or try to have one.
Right.
So usually people either contact me in the beginning of the pregnancy or in the middle of their pregnancy. But I would say like 80% of my clientele is middle pregnancy because a doctor didn't do something right, or they had a bad experience with a prior pregnancy. They tried the doctor one more time, saw the red flags, and came over to our office instead.
Right. Okay, so now once somebody does decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to go this route, are you basically shooting for the natural childbirth? Is that the end game?
Yes, so everything we do is completely natural. There's no drugs, there's no epidurals. Everything is done completely natural, including care. So, like, if she's having nausea and vomiting, instead of giving her, like, what usually doctors give, which is considered Zofran, we like to do something like herbal, tinctures, essential oils, homeopathic remedies.
And so now, once you start that process of working with somebody,
yeah.
Wow, I don't even know where because you know everything. Let's face it, Sisley. Everything I know about childbirth, I've seen in movies. That's
Correct.
about it, you know. And it looks fun and it looks hilarious. And there's some wacky stuff that happens with doctors, but that's not real life. I get that.
Correct.
So now, the idea: do you have places for people to do the natural childbirth, or are they mainly shooting to be in their own homes?
About 90% of my clientele are shooting it to do in their own home. Yes.
Okay. Now, do you?
I used to have a birth center. I used to have one. Unfortunately, I lost that birth center when my husband passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Because I felt like I couldn't do it without him.
Right.
So we closed that birth center down back in 2014. And so right now, the only option that my company can offer is the home birth route or prenatal care, and then they see our backup position for the hospital route.
Right. Now, say somebody opts to do the home birth, or do you even do because I know this is a big thing with some people. They want to do the in a bathtub or in a pool or something like that.
Water birth.
Water birth.
Yes, 98% of our clients that do home births do water birth.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Are you bringing a pool into the house, or do you have to say?
It depends. It really depends on the client. Like I have clients that have a beautiful bathtub, and then they do it in their own bathtub. And then some people feel like their bathtubs are uncomfortable because it's it is porcelain or ceramic, whatever which one they have, and they want something that's more comfortable. So we bring what's called Birth Pool in a Box. It's an actual brand that was made for people that wanted to do home births in water, and it's an inflatable pool set up in 10 minutes to inflate and fill up with water depending on the water pressure too.
Oh wow!
And depending if you have a really big water heater tanker or a tankless water heater.
Right.
And then we make sure that that's set up, and we usually don't set that up unless the mom is in active labor.
Right.
So if we set it up too early, the water can get cold, and then we have to drain the pool, redo it all over again.
Gotcha.
But it's mostly for pain relief. Just think of it as like when you're in the gym and you're sore, what do you first do when you get home? Take a nice hot bath, right?
Yep.
So contractions are the same way. You feel like an actual burning sensation of how strong that contraction is contracting your belly. So when you are done, it almost feels like an aching sore.
Right.
So by taking a hot bath, it kind of alleviates the pain when it's happening as well as the soreness afterwards.
All right. Well, that's pretty interesting. And again, this is an option. A lot of people are going down this road because they've experienced a bad hospital. Had a bad hospital experience, or maybe they're just like, you know what, I'm tired. I've seen too many things about the drugs involved, and I don't want to do that. This is a great option for a lot of people, and if you're able to do it, you can reach out to our guest because this is her business. This is what she does. Her name is Sisley Auer. She is the owner of Childbirth Options. She can go over all this stuff with you. Find out if you're a good candidate for it too, right? Because there are some people you probably like, look, this is not going to be good for you.
Correct. In the state of Florida, we have something called a risk assessment tool.
Okay.
That we basically go through a lot of your medical history, a lot of your questions, a lot of the problems that happen with your prior pregnancy. And depending on those risk factors, we have a score that we can't surpass, which is 3 points.
Right. And
if it is above 3 points, depending on the situation, we might have to get a doctor to clear her to try to have a home birth. But some cases are a lot severer than others. So unfortunately, they will be considered risked out of care. So we can't even see them because they're considered too high risk.
Right.
And we don't want to put anybody that is high risk or any type of risk factors that can cause an issue during labor to be in a situation where, unfortunately, sometimes it happens where a mom or a baby can pass.
Right.
Our motto in our business, in my company at least, is birth your way, but with mom and baby safety first.
Right. Yeah.
So we always think of the mother and the baby because they're basically the same people.
Right.
I see them as one, and if one doesn't come home, it's going to be devastating for the family.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I rather be safe than sorry, and I rather risk you out of care because of the fact that we want to make sure you're in a safe environment.
Yeah, for you and your baby, and
correct.
Your family as well. Again, we've been talking with our guest, Sisley Auer, the owner of Childbirth Options, based out of Wesley Chapel, Florida. It's just outside of Tampa. You can reach out to her. She's got a couple different offices, either through the website cbowc.com. That's cbowc.com, or you can contact her via the phone and find out if this could be what you've been looking for when it comes to childbirth. 813-381-6430. Sisley, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. You have a great day. We'll be back with more on Elevated Radio right after these words.